It's time for the Terry Riggs Show. Join us each week as we talk Forest Park Ranger football. Search our Roku channel by searching SW Indiana Sports Network or on our website at swindianasportsnetwork.com. Go Rangers!
When you think sporting goods, think no further than All Star Sports in Ferdinand. Custom embroidery, screen printing, team uniforms, sports equipment, and sports apparel and shoes. We have it all. Give Brad a call today at 812-367-1618 or visit them in the Country Plaza Shopping Center in Ferdinand. All-Star Sports is open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. All-Star Sports, when you're thinking sporting goods.
It's time for this week's Buzzer Beaters. Listen as our experts pick the results of 5 local games. Buzzer Beaters, every week exclusively on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.
Hello and welcome to this week's Terry Riggs Show. And Coach, last week you traveled down to Tecumseh and you came out 28-17 winner. 3-1 on the year. Very impressive. Why don't you go over that game for us?
Yeah, going into Tecumseh, we knew they were going to be hungry. We knew they were going to fight, to get in the win column. I thought they did a really nice job. Number one, their tailback and slot receiver. Kid, he's a really good athlete, especially in open space. They did a good job of getting him touches. I thought our defense, especially our run defense, played pretty well. There at the beginning. Overall, I don't think we played a good 4 quarters. We came out hot in the first half. We still had 2-3 possessions in that first half where we didn't, capitalize on opportunities or on their side of the 50. So we got to do a better job at that and putting our kids in better position. And second half we came out flat, and they made it 21-10, and finally we get another one on the board there from Joel Butel late in the game. Overall we got to tighten things up. We got to put together 4 quarters. If we thinking about later in the year, the schedule's not going to get any easier. So putting together 4 quarters is going to be a huge emphasis going into Mount Vernon.
And it takes 11 guys out there to make something happen. And but last week Joe Butel was nominated for the Courier Press Player of the Week and had 228 rushing yards on 14 carries, scored twice. The most impressive thing about all this is Du Bois County was represented quite well because Carter Holsworth from Jasper and Noah Wright from Southridge were also nominated. So 3 kids from Du Bois County, that's great.
Yeah, and you look at Joel Butel's stats, and even right after the game, he gave credit to the offensive line. I thought they played their tails off, and fullbacks and receivers, especially perimeter blocking. Hats off to Jaden Bedtag, Jackson Leakin, and Jace Berg out there on the edge. Mason Lubers getting the job done, and then fullbacks as well, leading the way through the middle for Joel. But Joel did a nice job of, hitting the holes where they needed to be hit and trusting his line to get the job done. And, like you'd said, anytime Du Bois County is represented, especially in multiple areas, I think it's, good for the county, good for Southern Indiana football.
And the neat thing you guys do is you do senior speeches each week, and this week's was Mason Lubers. And what can you tell me about Mason?
Oh gosh, dang! Mason is the epitome of of a leader. He models the way in everything he does. We never have to get on him about hustling. He holds kids accountable. He leads through his actions. So, and we like to spread him around a little bit. He plays tight end for us. He played a receiver for us, plays linebacker, plays safety, and he doesn't say anything about it. Even at tight end, even if 95% of the time he's going to be run blocking, he's all for it. He's on the field. He's a competitor. He's really solid wrestler. He got in the weight room this off season and packed on probably 15 pounds of muscle, which has been awesome. He's an awesome kid and somebody that we're leaning to carry us through the rest of the season.
And we'll be back from the Terry Riggs Show after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to Southwest Kansas Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosper Communications.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Life's better under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
And welcome back to the Terry Riggs Show. Coach, this week you travel down to Mount Vernon, take on the 3-1 Mount Vernon Wildcats, and it's actually a battle of 3-1 teams here. What can you preview that game for us?
Yeah, going into it, Mount Vernon's a very solid football team. They do a good job of getting the ball to their athletes in open space. They do a good job of taking what the defense gives them. Defensively, they like to man teams up, play man free, and I think they do a good job on the perimeter. And their linebackers are downhill. Overall, really physical football team. And I think they play 11 on 11, especially offensively with number 8 at quarterback.
And I'll tell you what, I touched upon this last week. I'll touch upon it this week again, that, at halftime is going to be the halfway point of the regular season. You might tell seniors they're halfway through their regular season in their senior year.
We tell them, you don't guarantee so many football games, especially, once the playoffs start. And again, you start looking at how many practices that are guaranteed left. You're looking at the low points, mid-20s for practices for them. So really putting into perspective how much time they're only guaranteed, I think is huge for them to put it in perspective for them.
This has been the Terry Riggs Show, brought to you by the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosper Communications. We'll see you next week. Okay.
It's time for the Terry Riggs Show. Join us each week as we talk Forest Park Ranger football. Search our Roku channel by searching SW Indiana Sports Network or on our website at swindianasportsnetwork.com. Go Rangers!